in Springfield. Good morning. I'm Mark Hanna with the Springfield Airport Authority here at Abraham Lincoln Capitol Airport on behalf of our board and our 16th president, Mr. Lincoln. Welcome. Welcome to your local airport. Today we are welcoming Breeze Airways and here to celebrate their inaugural flight to Orlando, and Monday is Tampa, Florida, directly nonstop into Orlando International and Tampa International airports, the first airport in downstate Illinois to welcome Breeze. So we're super thrilled to have them here with us today, and we have a lineup of speakers that are going to help us welcome Breeze to Springfield and certainly cut the ribbon and welcome them as a new business into our local community as well. So with that, I do want to take a moment to introduce any elected officials in the audience right now. Mr. Frank Lesko, our city clerk of the city of Springfield. Thank you for being here with us. Yes. And here with me is Mayor Misty Buscher, the city of Springfield, and also Chairman Andy Van Meter with the Sangamon County Board. Also want to acknowledge all of our airport board members that help make days like this possible. Certainly Mr. Frank J. Valla, our chairman, Diane Barghouti Hardwick, our vice chair, Mike Houston, Susan Shea, Elizabeth Delheimer, and we also have Beverly Peters, our secretary, and Mark Kinman is our treasurer. Susan Shea is also our commissioner. She's been with the airport for many years as commissioner, so we're super happy to have her with us today as well too. So with that, to kick this off, I want to introduce to the podium Mr. Frank Valla, the chairman of the Springfield Airport Authority.
Thank you, Mark. I appreciate that introduction. Covered it pretty well. This is probably a little out of standard on speaking, but I would hope that the media will do this for me. All you children out there that want a Christmas present, be sure and tell your mom and dad now you can fly straight to see Disney. So ask for that for a Christmas present. See if you could get it. Okay, getting to real business. The Airport Authority is made up of 7 members. We all work together, so things like this happen because we support the staff that we have, and we're very lucky to have what we have. As you know, the whole world is falling apart as far as, well, it's falling apart, but in the airline industry, it's very tough. And there's, I believe, 51 cities that have lost all airline service, all airline. We have been fortunate to keep some and to now introduce a new airline that chose Springfield, Illinois as their first place to be in Illinois. But the real development here is there's a fact out there in life that a butterfly can still fly with 73% loss of its wings. Well, let me tell you that we have 2 butterflies in this, and that's our executive director, Mark Hanna, and our deputy executive, Ken Boyle. Without those 2 and their perseverance and their tenacity, we would not be introducing Breeze Airlines today. Putting something like this together takes a lot of commitment. It takes a lot of ingenuity, but we also have to have a product to show an airline that if they come to this town, we have the facilities and the personnel to support them. And that's part of the work that Mark and Ken did for this. But also doing things like this, anybody new understands that, or anybody starting something new understands that it takes money. Springfield and Sangamon County is very, very fortunate that they have an alliance of business people. It's the Springfield Sangamon County Growth Alliance. And their financial support is a big part of how we can welcome Breeze today. And the gentleman that's going to follow me is a gentleman who has a reputation that's just outstanding. He has put together a gigantic and outstanding hospital system, not just in Springfield, but in all mid-Illinois. And he, as chairman this year as this Growth Alliance, was very instrumental in helping with some of the startup money we needed. And this is the type of thing that makes Springfield continue to have an airline when everybody else is fighting and struggling to have anything or to attract anything. And I want to turn this over to the gentleman that I just had mentioned. His accomplishments. He's a man that is very, very qualified, very respected. I tell him that he's a friend of mine. Whether he'll accept me or not is his problem. But this guy will tell you what you need to know on how this got developed. Mr. Ed Curtis.
Good morning, everyone. Exciting to be here today and exciting to see these Breeze Airway flights to Florida are just a welcomed addition to Springfield and all of Central Illinois. As Mr. Vallis said, I'm chair of the Springfield Sangamon Growth Alliance, and what I love about our community is the collaboration and partnerships with the mayor and the city, with Chairman Van Meter and the county board, the airport authority, our Growth Alliance. This community is working together to make Springfield and Central Illinois a better place. Now, healthcare has been through a lot of changes, in the pandemic. And we're in a desperate need to continue to recruit and retain professionals in medicine and all allied health professions. Having flights like this matter. People care deeply about the community in which they live in, and having some of those leisure opportunities to travel to Orlando and Tampa are going to be a real addition for us. Now, some of you might not be aware, you get down to Orlando, that new Brightline Express train service runs all the way down to Fort Lauderdale and Miami. You can go throughout the state of Florida in a very economical way with the Breeze Airways and some of the Brightline Express travel there. But guess what? It can work both ways. We have this new Shield Sports Complex as an example coming to our community. Well, guess what? There'll be people from the south wanting to come here in the summer to participate in tournaments, and that helps our economy in a big way. So we're looking at both directions there. But I think the thing that I would leave you with, and the thing that I'm most proud of, is the collaboration going on between the airport authority, the Growth Alliance, the county, the city. Everybody's working together to make Springfield and Central Illinois a better place. Thank you for being here today, and this is an exciting day for Springfield and Central Illinois.
Thank you, Mr. Curtis. Our next speaker is our newly elected mayor. In the short time that she's been there, what's it, April or May?
May 5th.
May, since May. We've seen some tremendous turns around here in this town, and we're getting back to where Mr. Curtis said we're all working together. From that, I will say Misty has a resolution. Mayor, please.
Yep. Ryan, I'm going to bring you up here with me. Everyone, this is Ryan from Breeze, if you can't see him. He's kind of short.
Ryan has squat down.
So this proclamation states, whereas it is with great joy and anticipation that we, the community leaders and citizens of Springfield, Illinois, gather on this momentous occasion to mark the historic inaugural flight of Breeze Airways from Springfield's Abraham Lincoln Capitol Airport to Orlando International Airport, and whereas the introduction of this new air service signifies a significant milestone for our community, opening doors to enhanced connectivity, economic opportunities, and creating more efficient travel pathways between Springfield and Orlando. And whereas Breeze Airways, with its commitment to providing a seamless travel experience exemplifies excellence in the aviation industry and has chosen our beloved city as a key destination, demonstrating confidence in Springfield's growth and potential. And whereas the inaugural flight from Springfield, Illinois to Orlando, Florida marks the beginning of a journey that will undoubtedly strengthen the ties between the two communities. This historic moment not only makes travel more convenient for our residents, but it also opens up new opportunities between our two regions. Now, therefore, I, Misty Busher, Mayor of Springfield, Illinois, together with the Springfield City Council, do hereby proclaim that December 1st, 2023 will be recognized all day long as Breeze Airways Inaugural Flight Day. Congratulations. You're welcome. That's for you.
Oh, that's amazing. Thank you so much.
Let's pose together.
Yeah, let's do it.
He's the tall one.
Great, thank you.
Yes.
Oh, is it me? Am I here? Oh, there. I'll set this here. Hello, everybody. Thank you for having us here today in Springfield. I wanted to thank our amazing partners with the airport, the city, the SSGA, everyone in attendance. We have really been welcomed with open arms into this amazing community, and we see the potential here. And a big thanks to Mark and Ken with the airport. I couldn't have been welcomed more warmly into a community, and it feels like a family here, and we're happy to be here. With that, we mentioned there's talk of other airlines pulling out of markets, right? After the pandemic, a lot of airlines are limiting their service into smaller destinations, underserved destinations like Springfield. So with that, you see, United's, some of the larger legacy carriers might be reducing service. That's where we kind of have our bread and butter. We want to come in and add new service to these communities and allow residents of the community to fly to some really nice destinations. And that's what we're all about, is being seriously nice. And that's Breeze's tagline, but it's not just a tagline, it really is who we are. So these two new destinations to both Orlando and Tampa are great options, especially in the wintertime when you're trying to escape the cold. I know today the weather isn't ideal, a little chilly, a little rainy, but it's a great opportunity with these two destinations to escape to some warmer climates during the winter. And also, as the mayor mentioned, in the summer, not just travel one way, but both ways. So we're excited to be here, and we thank you all for having us and welcoming us with open arms. So thank you.
Thanks, Ryan. Appreciate that. Last but not least, I guess that's the standard for everybody that speaks. But I'm going to introduce you now with a gentleman who has probably 45 years of commitment to Sangamon County. He's been our county board chairman for many, many years. That's a position that you have to hold 29 politicians together, plus run all the offices, plus as those of you from Springfield could see all of the new developments with the railroad relocation and with everything else. But I've been proud to be an appointee of this gentleman. I've tried my best to serve him loyally and not make any problems for him, to let me hold my head high and him hold his head high. But there's not a lot more I can say about this gentleman other than this is another asset that Springfield has been gifted and should be very, very happy to have our chairman of our Sangamon County Board, Mr. Andy Van Meter.
Thank you, Fred. Thank you. Some of you are probably wondering, what's this old windbag doing up here? Why do we have to listen to him? Well, the mayor and I have a very good gig. We get to appoint all the board members and the officers of the airport authority. So anytime they do something good, we get to come out here and take credit for it. So I just want to say to Frank Valla, I want to thank you on behalf of the community for your extraordinary leadership of the airport board. Not just Breeze Airlines, but this new terminal, the new FBO terminal, and the other businesses that are developing out here. Frank, thank you for your extraordinary leadership on this board. To the SSGA, I want to say thank you very much for stepping up with $2 million commitment to support this endeavor with Breeze. It would absolutely been impossible to do. This community had no resource to do this without the SSGA stepping up, and we were very grateful to the SSGA for stepping up. To the community, I want to say that Florida is the #1 destination our surveys show that our community wants to go to. And we can now say proudly, from Chicago to St. Louis, the cheapest way to get to Florida by flying is here in Springfield, Illinois.
Yay.
And to Breeze Airlines, I want to tell you, you've come into a community of politicians, and a community full of politicians is willing to go any way the breeze will take us. Thank you.
That pretty well concludes what I have to say, but I do want to just re-emphasize that Springfield, Illinois, being the capital, deserves better, not better, Brian, please don't get mad at me, deserves airline service. But the only way any airline is going to stay in Springfield, Illinois, is somebody's got to buy a ticket. Somebody's got to be in that airplane when it takes off. Because nothing here at Capitol Airport is done for the airline. They pay us to land. They pay us to do the baggage. So it's their choice to set the routes. It's their choice where they're going to fly, and it's their choice of what rate they're going to set. But if we have all of the stuff that we do and the opportunities to make their progress smooth, they'll pick us. So what I'm asking the public to take a strong look at Springfield. Don't worry about the surrounding towns around here. Save yourself those hour-and-a-half and 2-hour drives. Save yourself the parking fees. Let Springfield give you what we have, and we have the best to offer. Thank you again for all coming.
Now we're going to count on 3. Ready? 1, 2, 3. Can you cut? Do you need to take a picture? Did anyone take a picture with that you're with?
We found out about Breeze Airways service that they give, and we're going to Orlando. This is the first time we've been to Abraham Lincoln Capitol Airport. First time. We're from Bloomington, Illinois, and so it's been over 40 years since I've been to Disney, and the 2 youngest have never been there, so we're going to have a good adventure. Oh, when I was flying from on Allegiant about 3 weeks ago from Sanford, a gentleman on the flight is from Springfield. He works with Bun-O-Matic, and he told me about the flight. That was one of the reasons why we came here, because of the rates. So we paid $78 round trip for each one of us, so that was pretty reasonable. Well, we got there real early, that helped, and the direction on Interstate 55 and 29 showed us pretty easy how to get here, and we like the middle-sized airports, and it was very easy to check in. Everybody was very friendly and courteous. We're going to Disney World.